Thank you, President. Congress, Mark Fairhurst, National Chair, POA, moving this motion, very important motion. And if you've read it, it's not spectacular. It's what any worker can expect in any workplace, but the problem we've got is that since 2019, HMPPS have refused to sign up to it, refused to endorse it, they come up with excuse after excuse after excuse. And that's because they don't want to be held accountable by people who are not directly employed. And when you look at the asks, the three main asks, again, nothing untoward, nothing that can't be granted. We're asking for violence to be reduced. Violence at record highs. For prison officers, we've never seen so many assaults on staff. 29 each and every day. Another record high. But what you don't know is that HMPPS have a dedicated safety team full of non-operational staff who are on very good wages, whose sole purpose is to reduce violence. And week after week, month after month, year after year, they fail to do so. We keep getting record highs. They are a complete and utter failure. But I'll tell you something, Congress. It's a good job they're not Premier League football managers. They would have been sacked seasons ago. So it's nothing spectacular asking for violence to be reduced. I even know of one private sector provider with a very lucrative contract which encourages its staff not to report assaults on them, including sexual assaults, to the police because they don't want to lose that contract, they want to cover everything up. That has to stop. People need to be held accountable. And then the second ask is to protect staff from inhaling and the fumes from psychoactive substances. So imagine walking to your workplace, you're walking through a wing, you're on a landing, walking back to the healthcare centre, to your classroom, to your office, and you think to yourself, oh, I wonder what that smell is. And then as you get to your work area, you start feeling lightheaded or nauseous. You start acting bizarrely, you might become aggressive, you might start vomiting. Because you've been affected by the fumes you've inhaled, walking through your workplace because prisoners are smoking illicit substances. And we've asked for action on that. We've got third sector staff working within our prisons who can't even report it because the reporting systems are not fit for purpose. It's all designed to degrade staff. And all we're asking for is those staff to be supported. And then one of the other major asks is the maintenance of prisons. Dilapidated, underfunded. It was privatised, the maintenance of prisons in 2007. We told them not to do it. They told us that it would save the taxpayer money. It would be more cost effective. It actually cost the taxpayer at least 3 times as much, to the extent that we now have £1.8 billion of outstanding repairs. Prisoners should not live in squalor, with paint peeling off the walls, with windows missing, with toilets unable to flush, and you're unable to get a repair done because the provider is not fit for purpose. Staff have to work in those conditions day in, day out. And this Labour government, in their manifesto, pledged that you will see the biggest insourcing in a generation, unless, of course, it's the prison service, because they've already decided to continue with a failed model and outsource and retender those contracts again to the private sector. An absolutely disgraceful decision by this Labour government. And we need to put pressure on them to get our staff in our prisons, no matter who they work for, keep them safe and protect them at all times. And I've been thinking about this. Maybe we need to start to put pressure on Lord Timpson, the great prison reformer, who wants to improve the lives of everyone and wants to improve our prisons. Maybe we need to put pressure on him, because I'm convinced he's getting told by the people below him that everything's great, everything's working fine, and the staff are happy. Please support this motion. Let's put pressure on this government to change things for the better, but more importantly, let's put pressure on HMPPS to sign up to a charter that only asks for basic workplace rights for all in our prisons. Thank you, Congress, and solidarity to you all.